get your hand. What have you got?
A 9 and an 8.
17. You freeze?
I'll freeze.
Ace and king. Blackjack. Blackjack.
I suppose I can go into court with you, Louise, and then go out very casually, sneak up, find myself an old, tired, dilapidated, worn-out slot machine, put my quarter in, pull the lever. I wouldn't even have to look.
6 and an 8. 14. I'll take another card.
Slot machines would jump this down.
10. 24. Wipeout.
No real gambler will waste their money on them. It's just a question of luck.
I thought for a minute with my head clear,
No skill, no system will get you to win at the slots. Jerk the lever hard, pull it slow, nothing matters. So it's a room full of beginners to get their feet wet. Or crabby old women with plastic purses who don't have the guts to walk into the big room, wander over to the roulette table, put a chip on 17 red, and then put a chip on red on, and then cover their corners.
Okay, the house is down 25,000. That's in less than half an hour. That's 50,000 an hour.
You ever see that guy start the wheel moving? It's scary if you've got any money riding around at all. A woman like me, all he has to do is start that wheel moving, and I'm ready to pee my pants and have a stroke.
2 million a week. 104 million a year. Who's gonna hire a dealer who loses 104 million a year?
Where am I going to be if I don't get my divorce?
Put it another way, what are you going to do tomorrow when you go home to Cincinnati?
Well, if I can go with a divorce, I'd be a laughing stock on my neighborhood. That's for sure.
You wouldn't have to tell anyone. Who's going to come over to your house and ask to see the papers?
That's absurd. I have to get the divorce. Harry's counting on it. He says it makes him nervous when I change my mind all the time.
Do you still love him?
I don't miss him.
Well, I don't miss my mother, but I still love her.
If I don't get divorced, I don't have to live. Do I?
Why would you want to stay?
This is the emptiest place I ever came to. Don't move around too much, Louise. Not what's right over our heads.
It's all right to sit down.
If you do it slowly. That's why Jerry stayed on. He didn't think he'd be able to find a better place to empty his head out.
Well, it's done. But I'm not doing any better at the cards.
I'm going to miss those beautiful words. So sweet. Poetry.
And my wife used to fall asleep when I'd say a poem to her.
She's a professor of mathematics.
She has other problems too. She's frigid.
If I can go with divorce and I came home, he'll try an experiment on me. I know he will. The name he can give worded, deep-seated neurotic displacement syndrome.
You don't have to go home. You can go someplace else. Any place.
My plane ticket for Cincinnati. I could stay here.
You don't want to do that.
It's very comfortable here.
I only have 2 rooms to rent out. You'd be cutting half my income.
I could still pay rent.
No, I couldn't take it. Only when a person's divorcing.
Jerry doesn't pay any rent.
Well, I'll get a job. Now that dealing's out, I'll find something else. Pin setter at a bowling alley, bag boy at a supermarket.
Can you go back teaching?
Not when I've forgotten it all. My ex-wife would be amused. Now I've got a head that doesn't have any words in it, and I still can't deal cards. You know what she did? She took Rubik's Cube the first time she held it in her hands. 1, 2, 3, 10 moves, and she had it solved. Then she tossed it to me. Told me to try it. So I tried for 2 hours. I bought the book that's supposed to show you how to do it. I tried some more. I let my seminars go working on that stupid thing. 3, 4 in the morning. Then one day, she sat up in bed, turned the alarm clock off, and asked, looking at me, "What's the point of all that poetry you teach if you can't even solve Rubik's Cube?"
What did you say?
Well, it's a good question. Still working the answer out. That's why I wanted to learn blackjack. Defeat her at her own game. She worked a strategy out, a mathematical equation, how to win. She sent 2 of her students to Atlantic City to test it out. They came back millionaires. She won't try it, of course. Destroys her scientific objectivity.
You could try it here.
You think she'd trust me? A man who couldn't even solve Rubik's Cube.
It's getting a little brighter. The cloud must be moving.
So I've got a dream. She'll come down here one day, on vacation, ready to try her system out. She'll come to my table and laugh because her system's mathematically correct. I'll deal her a hand. She'll freeze at 17. I've got 21. House wins. I deal her another. She has 21. But I have an ace, a king, blackjack. The house wins. She collapses on the floor, becomes catatonic with rage, and never develops another equation. Maslish's revenge.
She deserves it.
Yeah, but she won't get it. Don't forget, I'm down 104 million. I have no talent for dealing blackjack.
You could do something else. Then you start to stand up on square.
Curtain.